Hello. Hello, folks, and very welcome to today's second semi-final between Adamstown and Clonee. They're looking to join Shelmaliers, who had a 1-point win over across the Beg Ballymurn earlier today here in Farmley. So we're back here again to bring you this game live. Myself and Lizzie Kent are joined here by our good cameraman Dennis Fitzpatrick. And really, we're looking for another great game like we had in the first semi-final. Just to bring you the teams, we start off at Adamstown. Anne-Marie Dunphy in the goal, wearing number 1. Full black line of S.J. Flood, number 2. Anya Shannon, number 3. And wearing number 4 is Grace Clonee. Lynn Cowman wears number 5. Katie White, 6. And Rachel Buckley, 17 she'll be wearing. Patrice O'Gorman is the captain of Adamstown, wearing number 8. Rachel Power in midfield, partner number 9. Ellen O'Brien and her sister Cathy make up the half forward line, number 10 and 11, with Sandra White, who was Sandra Thorpe before, is now Sandra White, wearing number 12. Chantel Martin and Jasmine Martin make up another sisterhood in the full forward line, number 13 and 14, and Aileen Ginroy, a current Mayo ladies senior footballer, and Melbourne, am I right? North Melbourne, a women's AFL player, lines out number 15. For Clonee, we've got Caroline Murphy in the goal, wearing number 1. Amy Tobin wears number 2. Claire O'Rourke, 3. And Bridine Doyle, 4. Elaine McCabe, 5. Mary O'Neill, 6. And Lorna Fortune wears 7. In the middle of the field, we have Karen Tompkins, number 8. And Marguerite Doyle, number 9. Anne Byrne wears 10. Emma Tompkins, centre forward, wearing number 11. And Liz Everett wearing number 12. Sophie McCabe wears 13. Katrina Murray, number 14. And Sarah Doyle, 15. So as I said to you, we're about 5 minutes away from throw-in here, so I'm just going to have a chat with Lizzie Kent about today's game. As I said, we already know that Shelmaliers are waiting the winners of this team in the final. So just Lizzie has a bit of information for us, a bit of history about clubs, and she's promised to stay in neutral for today's commentary. So I'll hand you over to her.
Thanks, Anthony. So it's great to be back here again. Looking forward to another good game. Again, as mentioned earlier, the two teams have met each other earlier in the campaign. So on that day, Adamstown came out on top, but second half performance from Clonee would say there's plenty in the tank here. So I again expect this to be another close and entertaining game. The last time Clonee contested a senior county final was in 2018. The last time Adamstown in their own right contested a senior county final was in 1991. So a bit of a break in that. So I suppose both teams will be hoping to get through. Both teams have contested senior semi-finals for the last number of years, so get over the line and put in a performance today. And I think I think it'll be another close encounter and a good game. So looking forward to it, Anthony.
Yeah, just to go through some of the key matchups. The first thing we see, obviously, from Adamstown point of view, Lizzie, is we see Aileen Gilroy. Obviously, we heard her speaking here before the match, and you can see how much of a leader she is and how important she'll be to this Adamstown team. She's wearing number 15. Do we expect her to line up there maybe, or do you think she might drift out the field?
Yeah, I think she'll start in there. I think she'll start maybe the first 5 or 6 minutes in there. But as the game goes on, I can see her coming out and maybe dictating the play in other areas. Been a great leader, great addition. Played with Adamstown last year, but has added plenty to the mix this year. But I think that she will start in there.
Maybe you want to enlighten the viewers about how current Mayo intercounty footballer is residing down in Adamstown.
Of course. So she is a partner of who is actually involved with our team as well. Peter Finn. She's a partner of Peter living in Raheen. So she's a fully fledged Adamstown individual now, and as I said, a great addition to the club.
Brilliant. Looking at some other household names, obviously Chantel Martin, everybody will be on everybody's lips. Ellen O'Brien, Cathy O'Brien, Sandra, who's I spoke about earlier, Sandra Thorpe, who's now Sandra White, has been soldiering for a long time there for Adamstown, and Patrice O'Gorman, middle of the field. We spoke about Shelmaliers earlier on having a lot of household names. Adamstown definitely have as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be honest, as in some of I've been lucky enough to see a number of these games during the season. I'd have to say the likes of Patrice, the likes of Ellen, really some of the best football that I've seen in play. As in, I think everyone's just so delighted to be back on the field. But they've been really leading lights. Katie White is another one. She's dropped back into the half back line now and is given a huge element of distribution to Adamstown from that area. But yeah, no, there is. And again, when you look at the Clonee team, there's certainly a number of household names there. I mean, I look at Caroline Murphy playing in the goal for Clonee, probably one of the best footballers to ever play in Wexford, in my opinion. And she'll give them, I suppose, great leadership from in there, but as in superb distribution as well. And as you move up through the field, the likes of Breeding Doyle, Mary O'Neill, good to see Claire O'Rourke back in, Marge Doyle, and again, obviously, Anne Byrne and Trina Murray, who have been involved in the county setup in the last year. Clonee are coming in the sense of having won a Féile title in 2017, and it's great to see some of their girls starting to make the breakthrough. I think Emma Tompkins was definitely on that team, and her sister Karen, I'm not sure if she was on it or if she's a year or two older than her, but and of course I'll have to give a little shout out to Liz Everett, who's lining out on the wing there, as in probably one of the top scorers in Wexford ladies football over the last number of years. So a lot of household names on both sides. It's guaranteed to be an exciting game, so hopefully it'll live up to that bill.
Brilliant, Lizzie. We're just waiting on referee Kevin Keogh. Not Kevin Keogh of Good Counsel fame and Gustrand fame, not the King. The other Kevin Keogh, who's going to referee this game. So we're just going to see if there's any changes. See already that Jasmine Martin has gone into the corner. Chantel looks like she's heading for the corner. Maybe Aileen Gilroy is lying up middle of the field for the throw-in. So Sandra White looks to be going in full forward, and Cathy O'Brien. So there's a number of positional changes straight away for Adamstown, Lizzie.
Yeah, obviously trying to keep them guessing as well. But I think Aileen will pop in here for the throw-in, but I would feel that she'll drift into the forwards after that.
So just referee's about to throw in the ball here now. Ball is in now. Referee Kevin Keogh. Patricia Gorman first to break that. Get that breaking ball. She pops it off to Aileen Gilroy. Aileen wearing number 15, as Liz said, lined out. Quick ball into Sandra White. Sandra, good hands, but Mary O'Neill gets a hand on it. Good transition there to Aileen Gilroy. Aileen looks across the field, takes a solo, surveys her options, goes with the left foot. Quick ball inside, which is cut out. Chantel Martin picks up the breaking ball. She's definitely being fouled there now. Jasmine Martin, apologies. They're very like Lizzie, aren't they? So a good quick start, Lizzie. Won the kick out with Adamstown showed her intent, wanted to attack fairly quick.
Yeah, listen, nice and direct, and as in, I suppose, just running at the Clonee defence early doors. So I would feel that this would be in Aileen's range to get Adamstown off the mark. But yeah, good quick start.
So there's no breeze here. It's actually perfect conditions for a game of football. As I said, we had an excellent first game. Aileen goes to strike that, and she starts so straight over the black spot. That's 1 point to no score to Adamstown, and we are just 60 seconds into the game. So Caroline Murphy, as Lizzie said, an excellent footballer. I think an All-Ireland Camogie winner as well back in her day, lining out in the goal for Clonee. Her kickouts, I imagine, will be very accurate, and she proves this way again. Experienced Marguerite Doyle, who's been soldiering for Clonee for a long way, gives the ball to Mary O'Neill, who's loads of experience as well for Clonee. Good battle here. Young Sarah Doyle, but Rachel Buckley gets out in front of her really well, wearing number 17, pops the ball to the loop onto Jasmine Martin. Jansen gives a little dummy hand pass, Owen Mulligan style, surveys her options. Gives the ball to Ellen. Ellen pops it off to Ron and Katie. Katie's been lying out in the forwards for Wexford the last couple of years, but she's playing centre back today. Gets turned over by Mary O'Neill. Mary lets a long ball in. Esha lets a run chance. Katrina Murray, Clonee's daydream, and picks up the ball. Surveys her options. Puts a great ball down and along the line to Emma Tompkins. Emma Tompkins gets to use her speed, gets there, and Emma kicks a great point with her right foot. That's a great score for Emma Tompkins. You can see maybe SJ may let the ball through her hands, and with the likes of Emma Tompkins and Katrina Murray around, you don't want to be making too many mistakes.
No, they're looking dangerous in there, and the direct ball played dividends for Clonee in that regard. But yeah, lethal, and as in a good combination between Katrina and Emma.
So another great accurate kick out by Anne-Marie Dunphy. Out Ellen O'Brien into the wing. Ellen will look to bring it back inside. She's been tackled by Sarah Doyle. Sarah Doyle seems to be lying now, coming out around the field, possibly to leave space for Katrina Murray inside. Ellen kicks the ball across the field. Rachel Power picks this ball up. She's been tackled by Mary O'Neill. Mary O'Neill very strong to tackle. Lays the ball back to Aileen Gilroy. Aileen Gilroy, great left hand pass down the line to Rachel Buckley, she misses the first pick up. She gives it into Sandra White. Sandra White with it plays a good one too with Cathy O'Brien. Cathy O'Brien takes a shot there from Clare Rock, and Cathy takes a great score around the house on her right foot. An excellent score. Again, Lizzie, we had a brilliant start in the first semi-final. Looks like we've had the same here today.
Yeah, it's end-to-end again, Anthony, and I think, as in good combination play. Again, the ball seems to be looking to break it around the middle of the park and then heading on from there.
Good. Ball out this time, Caroline Murphy. Apologies there, folks. Ball into Emma Tompkins. Just want to get a bit of housekeeping done. Sophie McCabe wins the ball, gets it back to Emma Tompkins. Emma Tompkins, we all have heard about in underage football the last few years. As he said, the failure winner gives the ball into Amborn. Amborn gives a dangerous ball inside to Sarah Doyle. Sarah Doyle has a goal chance here. Strikes the ball out left, and a great block down there. A great block down by the captain, Patricia Corman, put her body on the line. Amory Dunphy cleans her lines straight out the field to their little speedster, Karen Tompkins. You can really see straight away what Karen and Emma Tompkins are going to bring to this Clonee team. Hits a ball out to Liz Everett. Liz Everett goes with the front of her boot, and it's a super score by Liz Everett. Lizzie, it's evident straight away the injection of youth that Emma and Karen Tompkins are going to bring to this Clonee team. No,
they've been excellent, and they've been involved in everything good that Clonee have done. As in, again, the stalwart that is Liz Everett finishing with a great score, tying the game. It's exciting to start with.
Yes, we're only 4 minutes into the game. We've had 4 scores, a point a minute. 2 points apiece. Amory Dunphy surveying her options. She needs to probably hurry up. She gives it. Oh, it's a dangerous ball. But Lynn Cowman does really well, sorts it out, gives out to Patricia Gorman. Ball over the top to Ellen O'Brien. Ellen will do a lot of hard work in this game. She'll be on a lot of ball. Sandra White is calling for it inside. She gives a great ball inside. Can she make it stick? She does. Takes a great ball inside. Ellen backs it up, carries the ball in. She's looking to draw the player. Surveying her options again. Gives a good ball into Sandra White. Sandra White's very busy in the first 5 minutes of this game. She takes a solo. She cuts back in. She has advantage, and she kicks the ball wide. But referee Kevin Keogh is looking like he's going to give a free. So just the managements today, we have Alan Cowman, who has been with the Adamstown ladies the last few years. He's 3 years there with the women. He's Aidan O'Brien and Eddie Dillon on his side. And of course we have the evergreen Larry and Tina Doyle over Clonee. In fairness, they're after doing Trojan work with Clonee over the last, I can't even say how many years, because they're there all their life. Aileen Gilroy this time with a harder free. She's about 35 yards out, right in front of the post. She swings it off the instep, but it's going out to the left and wide, so that's a missed chance there for Aileen. She'll be disappointed with that one, Lizzie.
Yeah, a scoring opportunity for her, certainly. Just tailed off just at the end.
So again, lively start. 5.5 minutes into it, we're 2 points apiece. Again, you can see what Clonee are trying to do from the kickouts, trying to bunch in the middle, use Caroline's accuracy. And again, Karen Tompkins wins the kick out from a breaking ball. They're trying Clonee trying to exploit that gap. Karen Tompkins goes to the left hand. A good battle in here between Rachel Buckley and Sarah Doyle. This time Rachel Buckley wins the battle. Again, Ellen O'Brien dropping deep into the pocket of space. Getting on a lot of ball early in this first few minutes. Takes 3 or 4 solos. Goes to take on Liz Everett. Liz Everett standing with her well. Young Rachel Power comes on the loop, gives the ball to Sandra White. Again, Sandra White, a lot of ball going through Sandra White. Gives it out to Chantal Martin. Chantal Martin pops a great ball outside Katie White. A left footer to another left footer. Katie White gives a great ball in. Sandra White again. Sandra goes turns, but Mary O'Neill has cut out that ball again. In fairness, Mary O'Neill has showed her experience, Lizzie. She's after coming out with 2 or 3 balls there in the last few minutes.
Yeah, solid performer always for Clonee, and as in, when Mary gets the ball, it's very seldom that she's going to lose it or give a ball away.
Caroline Murphy again. Again, a rip-roaring start to this game. Hoping to have Anne Byrne showing out in front. A great ball for Caroline Murphy. Long ball inside. It's obviously going to be a tactic of Clonee's. Sophie McCabe wins the ball. She's got loads of space ahead of her now. She gives the ball back in now inside to Marge Doyle. Marge Doyle looking to move the ball inside her left foot. Gives a 1-2. Anne Byrne takes the ball. She takes on her player. She's gone by Rachel Power. Oh, there's a ball well intercepted by Patricia Roman, and that's the second interception she's made. Vital. She comes out with the ball. Referee is good. He's letting advantage go. Rachel Power on the ball now. Gets her head up, gives a good ball into Aileen Gilroy. Elaine McCabe seems to be trying to foot Aileen Gilroy. It's going to be a great battle. And it's a foul there for Marguerite Doyle. Cuts across her. We know Elaine McCabe was in a couple of years ago, and she has great fitness levels, but she's going to have a great battle to keep up with Aileen today.
Yeah, but she's footed her well. It's unfortunate just to catch her there for the free. She's footing her well, and I think that'll be the challenge. It's interesting. There's a huge amount of space in the Clonee forward line, so that direct, just over the bar.
So the little from Lizzie means that Aileen Gullery nearly caught Caroline Murphy off her line. She was looking, I don't know, Lizzie will say she was going for the point. I think she was dropping into the edge of the square, but it's a point for Aileen Gilroy. So she's kicked a monster free from about 45, 50 yards out, and it's been straight over the bar. Ellen O'Brien wins this kick out again. It'd be vital. We've seen in the first game how kick outs are so important. Ellen has a look up. Jasmine Martin coming across for the ball. Ball is played back to field to SJ Flood. SJ attacking the left wing, looking to get Katie White in the ball. She does get Katie White in the ball. Katie should have space to run into here. She attacks the space. Amy Tobin comes across to cut her off. Katie turns to recycle the ball. She's got Chantel Martin in support. She doesn't use her. She gives the ball back out to Ellen O'Brien. Clonee well set defensively now to have 11 players back, but Ellen cuts a great line. Has Ellen got the distance? She hasn't got the distance. The ball drops into Caroline Murphy's hands. A good chance there for Ellen O'Brien, but Caroline Murphy comes away with the ball. Left footed down the field looking for Anne Byrne being well policed there by Lynn Cowman, and the ball goes over the sideline for a sideline kick now to Adamstown. Adamstown heavy in possession at the moment. Lizzie looking to boss this play.
Yeah, showing good patience in the build, and I think given him the commentator's curse once again. Oh, and Ellen O'Brien is after getting onto the play again. Patience in the build up, and as in had a couple of opportunities. Be disappointed to have dropped that last one into Caroline Murphy, and when you do that, you give and a free in just came from behind, as in I think she tried to play the ball, but free into Adamstown. Yeah,
it just looked like she came through the back of her there. In fairness, she did get to the ball, but she probably went through the back of the player. And in the ladies' game, that'll be always a free, I'd say.
I think what's interesting, Anthony, if you're just looking at both sets up, just defensively, as in Clonee are packing plenty of bodies in behind the ball, and there's an acre of space in their forward line. So that direct ball that they're trying to play, there's definitely opportunities for them there to exploit that, which they have with the first couple of scores that they've got.
So we have a good match up in the full forward line. We have Anya Shannon picking up Katrina Murray. We've already seen a great battle between Rachel Buckley and Sarah Doyle. Again, Aileen Gilroy. This time she's 43 yards out. She's looking to play a 1-2. She gives a great ball in over the top to Jasmine or to Chantel. Chantel swivels on the left. Lizzie, we've seen in the ladies' game that there's not an amount of people have the connection and the strike of a ball that Aileen Gilroy has and the power she has behind. Obviously, her North Melbourne days are helping her.
I think they're helping her, but I think it was something she had in her locker even prior to going out there. So, yeah, great distribution. She sees it and she's capable of executing it as well.
Caroline Murphy kicks this one out. Adamstown have copped onto the kick out here now. They're just going zonal and staying outside the spine for Clonee, and they're after winning the last two kickouts. Clever play there from Katie White. Recycles the ball back out to Ellen O'Brien. Ellen O'Brien does what she loves to do and take on players. She gives a great ball inside to Aileen Gilroy, and this is danger here now for Clonee. Aileen Gilroy has got Sandra White on her right hand side. There's a goal chance here for Sandra, and she drills over the bar. But again, a really, really well worked score, and everything seems to be going through Ellen and then to Aileen, and they're setting up every score.
Yeah, Ellen and Aileen showing good patience in the build-up, and then just that acceleration of pace just to try and break the lines from Aileen Gilroy, and could have been a goal, but a good point from Sandra Thorpe.
Again, an excellent kick out from Caroline Murphy, this time won by Anne Byrne, gets blocked down, but she picks up the breaking ball. We have 11 and a half minutes gone on the clock. Adamstown lead 4 points to 2, and here's a chance for Clonee looking to go inside. Has she got the distance? That's a good strike of a ball, and great hands in the goal by Anne-Marie Dunphy. She tidies it up, stays nice and calm, gets the ball out to Katie White, and Adamstown coming to break again. Marguerite Doyle goes to press Ellen O'Brien. Ellen O'Brien is looking at the ball down the line to Catty, her sister. Ellen's the older sister of Catty. She plays a 1-2. They've got a great relationship there on this wing. Ellen steps back inside. She's in a very, very comfortable possession. She'll wait for the chance to arrive. Aileen Gilroy makes that move. Aileen Gilroy takes one solo, takes two solos. She goes to take on Elaine McCabe. She pops the ball over the top to Sandra. Sandra back to Aileen. She's got Ellen O'Brien's after making a great move inside again. Can she kick it around the house? And she kicks it to the dismay of her father, Aidan. She kicks it to the left and wide of the post. A really, really well worked move there again, but just to finish, let them down, Liz.
Yeah, some really good combination play, 3 or 4 players involved in it. So, as in, just need to add that final little finish, free in now. But I suppose, again, you see the threat when Clonee break at pace and they get that ball into the forwards quickly. But at the minute, Adamstown on top.
So still 4 points to 2, Adamstown lead. We have a free about 50 yards out for Aileen Gilroy. She'll probably look to work this short. Chantel came out to have a look, but she's left it to Aileen. Aileen has Patrice beside her. Gives the ball across to Ellen. Ellen O'Brien wins the ball. Ellen will be comfortable in possession again. Takes one solo. She's trying to orchestrate the forwards to make her run. She gives a great ball across to Katie White. Katie White takes the ball, moves inside. She's been tackled by Liz Everett. Liz back to SJ. Again, you can see the patience in the Adamstown attack. Clonee have got 12 players back now in defence, looking really solid in defence. Lynn Cowman takes on the ball, looking to inject a bit of pace, gives it out to Patrice Coleman. Patrice again to Ellen. Ellen doesn't seem to have anybody marking her at the moment. She has the freedom there firmly, and she kicks, unfortunately, she kicks another wide. This time she goes with the front of her boot, which Ellen is usually very comfortable at. But it's noticeable that Ellen is roving all over the field, but I don't think anyone's picking her up, but she's not being man-marked at the moment.
No, it doesn't appear to be, and she's catching every breaking ball and linking up well with Sandra, Aileen, so causing a lot of problems for Clonee.
Again, you can see how vital the kick out is. Clonee are looking to put a little spine straight up the field, and Caroline's looking to hit the wings, but that again, Cathy O'Brien out on the wing into the space, dead zone, and won the ball. Aileen Gilroy gets a great hand to that throw, and here's Jasmine Martin is herring through on goal. She has Sandra White again, another chance of a score, and Sandra shows her experience and takes a good score for Adamstown. Adamstown starting to boss this game. They're really, really dangerous going forward, and every time they go forward, they look like there's a score there for them.
Yeah, looking, when they got the handle on the Clonee kick out, they seem to be turning over a lot of ball there, which is kind of giving them a platform to attack. But Clonee are after securing possession again now. Again, safe hands, that is Mary O'Neill building the play again. But at the minute, Adamstown are just turning it over in their half forward line, and it's giving them a good platform just to attack. Chantel making a great run off the ball there. There's good movement. The movement of the Adamstown forwards is causing problems for Clonee, but they're happy to pop it out to the pivot, switch to play. Super kick from Aileen Gilroy and a super run from Sandra Thorpe.
Sandra White. Sandra slips in the bottom left-hand corner, gets the ball out to Cathy. Another chance of a score here. Cathy's left-footed, but she might have overdone the steps there, yeah. And Kevin Keogh sees her for the steps. So it just goes to show the importance of being able to kick with both feet there. If she was able to maybe have a bit more confidence and have a go with her right foot, she would have had a chance. A great ball down the middle of the field from Caroline Murphy to Karen Tompkins. This is where Clonee are dangerous now. Well read there by Rachel Power. Excellent. Rachel Buckley, apologies. Gives the ball out to Lynn Cowman. Lynn Cowman going down the field, looks to Ellen O'Brien again, who's getting on the ball. Again, really clever defending there from Rachel Buckley. Seeing the danger inside, Katrina Murray came out to show for the ball, and she just cut across her. Ball again to the industrious Ellen O'Brien, but it's a misplaced pass. Clonee. Ball here with young Emma Tompkins. Emma pops the ball out to Liz Everett. Liz Everett gets her head up. Back to Emma. Emma inside to Katrina. Katrina gives a great ball, continues her run. Emma Tompkins, she's got through one defender. Got a danger. That's the second. That's a super score from Emma Tompkins. That is as good as a point you'll see. That's a brilliant score, and it's 5 points to 3. Adamstown after 16 minutes.
Yeah, I think what's notable, Anthony, is that every time Clonee attack and get themselves within the scoring area, they are taking their scores. Adamstown maybe 2 or 3 attempts in order to register a score. So I think that'll be something that they look to address during the water break here.
Yeah, nicely poised game again. 5 points to 3. Got off to a really, really fast start. 2 points apiece after 4 minutes. It just settled down a little bit. A couple of missed chances on either side. But Adamstown going in 5 points to 3 up at the water break. They'll be happy with their start.
Yeah, absolutely. They probably could have added another couple and might be a little bit disappointed with that. But no, happy, I would imagine, to go in 2 points up, just regroup again and I suppose maybe compose themselves a little bit more. Clonee, likewise, good to finish with a score just at the end. There's nothing in this game.
No, and Clonee, likewise, will probably be happy enough. As you said, they got the last score right before the half-time, or right before the interval, the water break interval, and they have the momentum going in. As Adamstown have bossed possession, probably missed a few more chances than Clonee have, and Clonee only 2 points down after 17 minutes. So again, like in the first game, really, really close for the first half, and I think the standard have to say of the first game earlier today and the game today. If you think of some of the quality scores that Aileen has kicked and Sandra White has kicked, and two absolute beauties from Emma Tompkins.
Yeah, I think Emma Tompkins has been a good underage player coming through, and she's really stepped up to the mark today. But yeah, I think that the skill level on show has been good, as in across both games. But it'll be interesting now to see, as in I think we're as happy to get to the water break nearly as what the players are. But it'll be interesting to see. Normally the water break there is that element of where little shift in momentum. So perhaps Clonee might have liked the game to keep going after getting that score, but it'll be interesting to see who gets the shift in momentum in the next 15 minutes.
Brilliant, Lizzie. We're back underway here now. Both teams are using the water break to a maximum. Referee Kevin Keogh is looking to get the game started. I see Caroline Murphy from Clonee thought it was half time. She was heading to the far goal. She's giving herself a little smile. They're all having a little smile there. She must have thought it was half time. Something that everyone has to try to get used to now, but it's a perfect evening here tonight for a semi-final. Conditions absolutely idyllic. The pitch is in great nick, and the ball now is with Anne-Marie Dunphy. Anne-Marie Dunphy is very confident in the goal, isn't she? She's very good hands.
Yeah, no, she does, and she's coming in. She's been playing as number 2, and their usual goalkeeper Leanne Delaney was very unfortunate to break her ankle during the week. Big loss to Adamstown, but very lucky to have the likes of Anne-Marie to step into the fold.
Anne-Marie's after kicking a long ball inside, and it's after making its way through centre forward Aileen Gilroy. Aileen Gilroy gives the ball back to Sandra White. Sandra White back to Rachel Power, and Rachel kicks another wide. And the one thing that'll be upsetting Adamstown is the wides at the moment, Lizzie.
Yeah, as in they're going to rue those opportunities. You only get a certain number during the game, so fingers crossed they can settle themselves and maybe take the next one that comes.
Kick out again, won by Clonee, number 8, Karen Tompkins. Karen looks inside the ever dangerous Katrina Murray. Katrina Murray shows great hands. Anne Byrne is peeled off the back post, but it was well tackled there by Patricia Corm. Katrina lays the ball out. Here she gets it back from Lorna Fortune, gives it inside to Marguerite Tyle. Marguerite Tyle gives the ball over the top, doesn't make its way all the way in. The Adamstown defenders get a good hand there from Grace Clonee. Makes his way back to Ellen O'Brien, sweeping out with the ball. Gets the ball out to Rachel Power. Rachel Power just fumbles the ball and gives it to Marguerite Tyle. Anne Byrne has got this ball. She looks inside. She sees Sophie McCabe. Sophie McCabe looks across. She sees a wall of black and amber. Works the ball outside to Mary O'Neill. Mary O'Neill has come up. She's joined the attack. She takes on her player. Looks to be foul, but she's not. She gets the ball back off Liz, and she kicks the ball with the right foot as well, blocked by Adamstown. But a spill there to Anne Byrne. Just 2 fumbles there. Anne Byrne looked to be, she was tackled well by Grace Clonee. No free there. Anne Byrne goes, a goal chance. She hits the post. A smashing goal chance there from Anne Byrne, but it's rebounded back to her. She probably needs to work the ball back out, and she's been forced over the sideline in Adamstown. A big goal chance there for Clonee.
Yeah, a let off, and as in I suppose Adamstown had defended ferociously, and as in had turned it over on 2 occasions and turned it back. Defensively worked incredibly hard, but very lucky to get away with that goal opportunity. Anthony, it looks like you could do with those lozenges now.
Getting a bit hoarse, Lizzie, after the match last night, shouting, and 2 games today. It's not something that's in my normal routine. But evident that I've seen today and seen in the first game, Lizzie, is the huge amount of panels, which is very positive for ladies sport, never mind ladies football. Maybe the lockdown had a bit of a help there. Yeah,
I think it has, and I think it's excellent to see on both sides, and I think people maybe had to restock and decided that they'd like to kick a bit of ball, so it's good, and there's a good mix of youth and experience across both panels.
And we're back underway here now. Katie White coming out with the ball, takes on her marker, she's stolen up the field. Very accurate left foot, gives the ball into Cathy O'Brien. Cathy O'Brien takes his right foot solo, cuts back inside, well tackled there by Karen Tompkins. Ball is fumbled there. Katie looks outside the left foot, gives a great ball up the line to Sandra White. Claire O'Rourke hasn't followed out the field. Sandra White is left in this position, she will do damage, gives a great ball into Jasmine. Jasmine looks to cut back in her right foot, she gives a great ball across again to Rachel Power. Rachel Power finds herself in this position a lot, gives a great ball to Aileen Gilroy, and Aileen Gilroy drills the ball wide to the left of the post as well. And I have Adamstown selector in front of me, Eddie Dillon, with the hands on his heads, and I suppose everyone from Adamstown at the moment are just wondering, they're dominating possession and they're hoping that these wides won't come back and haunt them.
Yeah, in games like this, you got to take your scores. So, I guess they're on the attack again, so they'll hope to add to that. But as the longer the game goes on, the more it'll suit Clonee.
Sandra White wins another ball. She's after winning every ball kicked into her. Back out to Aileen Gilroy. Ailey off the instep, and she kicks a super score from 40 yards. And she's just showing her class there again. And it's pretty evident that Aileen Gilroy could be the match winner here today if Clonee can stop them playing. So Caroline Doyle again, Caroline Murphy again. Great kick out, brilliant accuracy. Out to Karen Tompkins. Karen Tompkins to Amy Tobin. Amy Tobin gives a high ball, dangerous ball inside. Tackled high by Katie White. Referee plays advantage. Liz Everett won't probably turn over possession there. She looks for Katrina Murray down the wing. She's been marshalled there by Anya Shannon. Anya Shannon gets a great hand in. And it's a Clonee ball, despite the calls of Alan Cowman, the Adamstown manager. Emma Tompkins has a looked up, see what her options are. Plays a 1-2 with Sarah Doyle. Sarah Doyle back to Emma Tompkins. This is the real danger hurl at the moment for Clonee. Gives a hand pass in over the top, and it's well cut out again there by Anya Shannon. Anya Shannon gives the ball to Grace Clonee. Grace Clonee back to Anya. A big press here from Clonee. Adamstown do really well to walk that ball through the hands. Gets the ball out to Grace. Grace kicks it high. Great ball into Chantel Martin. Chantel Martin makes so she gets up. She looks to look with the ball in quick to her younger sister Jasmine Martin, but unfortunately the ball just skews off the outside of the foot, and they'll have a chat about that one later on tonight at home. Won't be happy. Jasmine won't be happy with Chantel. Ball now with Claire O'Rourke. Claire O'Rourke on the 45 for Clonee. Gets her head up, kicks the ball. She kicks the ball back to Chantel Martin. Chantel Martin, Sandra White inside. Sandra White is proving a real good move for Adamstown inside. Gives a great ball in over the top to Aileen Gilroy. Aileen Gilroy uses her experience, and she has just, it was a brilliant piece of improvisation, Lizzie. Showed her class. Just scooped the ball over the keep, the advance in Caroline Murphy's head, but a great move there from Adamstown.
Yeah, brilliant from Chantel and Sandra. Really good link-up play, and again, quick ball over the top, and just really unlucky with the finish here. Again, Caroline Murphy out to Mary O'Neill.
Mary O'Neill out to the side to Sophie McCabe. Sophie McCabe plays the ball out to Bridine Doyle. Bridine has brilliant experience over the last 10 years, one of the stallers for Wexford ladies. Herself and her sister Marge. Anne Byrne does brilliant. Also has represented Wexford over a number of years. Taking on a player, takes on Ellen. Looks to be tackled there by Anya Shannon and drills the ball wide on the left-hand side. I suppose the big difference between this match and the match earlier on is there's a high wide count already compared to earlier on.
Yeah, there is, and as in, I think both teams will rue those. A great piece of play from Anne to get herself into position, and just unfortunate with the finish.
Anne-Marie Dunphy, short kick-outs out to Ellen O'Brien. Ellen O'Brien looks down the field again. It's Rachel Power. Rachel Power is shown for a lot of ball here in this early stages. Ellen goes by Mary O'Neill. She looks across. If she looks across the field, she sees her Catty. She goes a great ball across the Catty with the front of her foot. Catty gets her head up now, takes a solo. She drives past her player. Great tackle there in the midfield by Emma Tompkins. Lizzie, every coach encourages an ear-hand tackle. That must make you happy.
I love nothing better than a near-hand tackle, Auntie. A great piece of work from Emma. Worked hard back, got the hand across, and won possession after breaking the ball.
Long ball in there for Marguerite Doyle. Just drifts over the top of the head of Katrina Murray and Anya Shannon. Ball out to Anne-Marie Dunphy. Hits a long ball out to Patrice O'Gorman. Sets Adamstown on their way again. Patrice gives a 50-50 ball across to Ellen. It's intercepted by Liz Everett, and here comes the dangerous Emma Tompkins again. She's getting on a lot of ball for such a young girl. Takes on SJ Flood. SJ Flood does really well to marshal her. Emma has that beautiful style of a kick, but this time it drops short into Anne-Marie Dunphy. She plays a little shimmy, gets a great kick out again. Rachel Power is showing really well on that left-hand side for Adamstown. She's getting on a lot of ball. Out to Grace Clonee. All the young girls from Adamstown combining. A fast ball inside, but Bridine Doyle uses her experience and gets out in front of Chantel Martin this time. Elaine McCabe gives the ball down to Anne Byrne. A lot of attacks for Clonee coming down the far left. Anne Byrne looks to have maybe fouled him. She gets away with it. Thought it was a little foul on the ball. Maybe didn't leave her hand. Referee Kevin Keogh gives a free in. So a chance for her to take her breath. We have 27 minutes gone and Adamstown leads 6 points to 3. So 6 points to 3 for Adamstown after 27 minutes with the water break to come. Marguerite Doyle is tearing down through the middle. She gives it to her sister Bridine. Gives it in. This is a danger now when Katrina Murray has the ball in this chance. It usually ends up in one place. But it's a great save by Anne-Marie Dunphy. And she still has the ball. She's surrounded by 4 or 5 black and yellow jerseys. She gives the ball back to Sarah Doyle. Sarah Doyle recycles it back to Marguerite. It's brilliant, tenacious tackling from Adamstown, and it hits the post, rebounds to SJ Flood. SJ Flood looks to clear lines, but she doesn't do a good job because she kicks it straight back to Emma Tompkins, and Emma Tompkins usually is accurate from here, and this time the ball is up over the post. Again, Emma Tompkins kicks her 3rd point, but Lizzie, when Katrina Murray gets the ball 10 or 15 yards out from goal, there's just panic comes into everyone's minds.
Sure, it's just dangerous. She's got a great, just drops the shoulder, change of direction, as in really good save from Anne-Marie Dunphy there. Adamstown are doing very well to congest the area, but they win the ball and they seem to be losing it on the second phase. So I think if they need to tidy that up if they're to, I suppose, close off those areas and those opportunities. But yeah, a let off there and good play from Katrina Murray.
Again, Emma Tompkins with a super score. Clonee are getting worked up now for this game. They're back into it. Bridine Doyle is starting to come forward, starting to help out in the team going forward. Gives the ball across Amber, gives a great ball back to Marguerite Doyle. Marguerite looks inside. She'll see Sophie McCabe is on her own, but she's been tackled really well. Adamstown tackling really hard, trying to prevent Clonee making inroads. Ball gets across, maybe touches the referee. No, not to the referee's fault. So I imagine it'll be a throw ball. We've 29 minutes gone on the clock, and Adamstown are leading 6 points to 4. So again, Adamstown vying to be in their first final since 1991, and Clonee, obviously, as we know, have been in a lot of finals in the last 10 or 15, 20 years. But they're looking to get back to a final and try and win a title. Referee Kevin Keogh just having a word with Larry Doyle. I think Larry was just asking him what time was left.
Is that what you usually ask in that scenario, Anthony?
It's always important to keep an eye on the clock. Fortunately, we don't have a score. We have a scoreboard here, but we don't have a clock. My watch tells me with 29 and a half minutes gone. Aileen Grilloy wins that ball really, really well. Gives a great left-handed pass across to Cathy O'Brien. Cathy O'Brien dropping deep, similar to Ellen, looking to leave space in front. Gets her head up. Takes 2 or 3 solos, gives a great ball into Sandra. Sandra does what Amy Tobin does really, really well that time. Gets the hand in across Sandra and dispossesses. That's probably the first ball that Sandra has into her. Amber looks to kick a long ball in, high ball in. Anya Shannon gets a hand to it. Who's going to come out with this break? It comes to Katrina Murray. It's a 2v1. It's a 3v1. It's a goal for Clonee. A goal for Clonee to put him 1-4 to 6 points up. Katrina Murray finishes with a plum. And in fairness, that time, it came from a turnover ball. Amy Tobin done really well, got a hand across, a long ball in that just deceived everybody. And when Katrina gets one-on-one again, there was only one thing that's going to happen there.
Yeah, she made no mistake, as in quick direct ball. When Clonee play this, they're really looking dangerous when they do that. But great finish from Katrina.
Well, we spoke about it earlier on. Adamstown won't be happy. They've had a lot of possession, a lot of chances, but now we have a game where Clonee are actually winning by a point coming up to half time, with Adamstown probably having kicked 6 or 7 wides. But nonetheless, we have a very, very hotly contested game. And again, like Lizzie said in the first game, it'll go down to the wire. Chantel Martin wins that ball. Again, she looks to see what's on. She's lovely jinky, sidestep back inside. Great skill. Kevin Keogh gives her advantage. She might have a pop, but no, he brings her back out. I really like this new advantage rule, Lizzie. It gives people that are foul a chance maybe to have a couple. Go across now. Can't talk for a minute, Liz, because we have a ball in Sandra White again. Back out to Grace Clonee. She's seen to be tackled high there by Mary O'Neill and strong, and it's definitely a free in. And Kevin Keogh puts the hand up. But as I said, I was saying about the advantage rule, Lizzie. The referees, Ian Plunkett in the first game and Kevin Keogh, have played it really, really well. The hand goes up. They're very clear. You have 4 or 5 seconds to make your decision. If nothing comes of it, then they can bring it back.
Yeah, I think it's great. Everyone gets a little bit frustrated with that stop-start nature of the game sometimes. And in fairness, both refs have played it well. If it hasn't been on, they've brought it back for the free. But yeah, great addition to the game.
Chantal Martin here, usually very accurate from the ground. 25 yards out and drills the ball, and we have a level game. I think for the ladies' game as well, everybody wanted it to be more free-flowing and not to be stop-start, so it's a huge help in that regard. And we've seen here today how these 2 games have been up and down the field and very, very entertaining for everybody watching. This time Katie White sits in the pocket again and reads that kick out really well. Gives the ball into Jasmine Martin. Jasmine back to Katie. Katie will have a look up and see what's on. Patrice O'Gorman drives through the middle. Is well turned. Back to Sandra White. Sandra White having a look. Katie White going with the left foot. No, she decides not to. Gives it back to Ellen. Ellen will bring the ball back across the middle. It's a great tackle there. Oh, I thought it was a brilliant tackle. Near hand tackle again by Emma Tompkins. But Ellen went to ground, and sometimes when you go to ground you get the free.
Yeah, I think she might have been lucky to get that one, as in Emma Tompkins again coming in, timed it, but as in I think Adamstown will take it.
Absolutely. Well, Adamstown will take it because she's about to take it now. Aileen Gilroy, 32, 35, 33 minutes gone on the clock. A chance to put Adamstown into the lead off the instep of the right boot, and it's a great score from Aileen Gilroy. And that's a super score. It's a huge help, Lizzie, for Adamstown to have Chantal Martin kicking with the left and then Aileen Gilroy kicking with the right for frees.
Yeah, absolutely, and both have been deadly accurate. So, as in, it's a great addition for any team. It's a great addition for any team.
So Adamstown moving to the lead, 8 points to 1-4. A brilliant response. They'll be delighted. What a battle we have here going between Anya Shannon and Katrina Murray. Katrina Murray just gets out in front, gets a hand to the ball, and goes to ground and wins a great free for her team. Emma Tompkins is having some game, considering if she played fail in 2017, is she 17, 18? Yeah, so really, I think she's on the county minor camogie and ladies football team this year before it was stopped. But of course, commentators curse again. She gives away the ball to Ellen O'Brien. Ellen O'Brien gets her head up. A great block down there by her sister, Karen Tompkins. Yeah, Karen gives the ball inside to Lorna Fortune. Lorna Fortune plays the ball to Marguerite Tyle. She's been tackled by Patrice O'Gorman. Marguerite might have a look up to go to left foot, but she doesn't. She gives the ball across, but Grace Clonee read that really well. Turns over the ball, been tackled by Katrina Murray and Marguerite Tyle. Gives a great ball outside to Rachel Power. Rachel Power's getting a lot of ball on that left wing over there. Is she playing left wing forward? I think she's playing right wing forward, yeah. Lizzie enjoyed getting that one in. A great ball across the field from Aileen Gilroy. Great vision. Again, Rachel Buckley flying up the field, looks up to see Chantal. Chantal has got her sister inside her. If she looks upside, if she draws the player, gives it. She takes her chance there, and she probably would have been better off to give the ball in. Jasmine and made a great run inside. They're hardly fighting around at the moment, Lizzie, at home, are they?
I wouldn't think so.
And the referee Kevin Keogh brings the play to an end after 35 minutes, and we've a keenly contested game here again. There's no clear cut winners here at the moment. Adamstown 8 points, Clonee 1-4, Liz, and both teams look tired coming off the field. It's been up and down, hard working game.
Yeah, it has. Both teams are working exceptionally hard, and as we said earlier, it's going right to the wire. As in another game that's going right to the wire. Leanne Delaney just hops in front of us here now, as in big loss to Adamstown as well. So as in good to see her there supporting the squad. No, tight affair, Anthony. I think the longer this game goes on, the happier that Clonee will be, because they really look that they have the goal threat when they go forward. But it's all to play for, as in last couple of scores have come Adamstown's way, so they've kind of again to shift in momentum again, as in it was all Clonee for the first part of that second quarter. The last part, Adamstown kind of came back into the game. I think if Adamstown, maybe utilised their runners a little bit more and just are a little bit more clinical in front of goal, but it's in the melting pot.
Just if you think about the game earlier on, you had a match where Shelmaliers were taking their points and kept the scoreboard ticking, and Cross the Bay were coming down and pegging them back every time with goals, and it's similar to what happened here. Shells looked like they were, or Adamstown looked like they were getting on top, pulling away, and then in a flash, Katrina Murray sticks the ball in. She had a great chance just before that, and Marie made a save, so the warning signs were there. And again, I suppose Clonee will be looking to Emma Tompkins and Katrina Murray to probably get their scores on the board, and similar for Aileen and Chantal and Ellen O'Brien looking to get the scores on the board for Adamstown going forward.
Yeah, I think both sets of defences are compacting massively on either side, so I think there's two elements to that. One, as in when the ball goes in quick, and you're getting into those 1v1 scenarios when the space is there, but as soon as the defences start to compress, I suppose you've got to look at other ways to try and break them down. So recycling it back out, switching to play, switching to defence, and then going at the gaps, as in Clonee have been very compact and Adamstown have found it hard to go through those areas, and where Clonee have got joy is when they've got that ball in quick into the forwards where there is that little bit of space. But Adamstown then are getting back in behind the play and have turned over a number of ball in there, but as in that set them up for their attacks as well. But there's very little in it, and I think Adamstown would have maybe felt that they had more of the possession in the first half, but they've only gone in 1 point up at half time. So it's going to be an exciting affair. I think the next 15 minutes is often sometimes where a game is won and lost. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out. But big performances from maybe players that we wouldn't have heard about before, the likes of Emma Tompkins for Clonee, the likes of Rachel Power for Adamstown, really good young players that are coming through, that are stepping up to the mark as well. But I think the next 15 minutes will tell us a lot, Anthony.
Thanks, Lizzie. Oh, it's great to have so much knowledge beside me, and an FAI coach, an Award 2, Award 1, GA level coach, tutor. She is everything. So it's a wonder you ever give up the game, Lizzie. All the knowledge, but it's brilliant to bring you here. Our association with Ferry Carry Tree Care Services, bringing us today's live streams. We have Body Bro sponsored ladies senior football semi-finals, and we have Zurich, who are Wexford adult sponsors. So again, we'll take a short break here now, let the managers put their teams into place for the second half, and we'll be back to you shortly for a great second half. Welcome back, folks. I've turned it on, Lizzie. Yes, the microphone is on. Kevin Keogh about to throw in the ball for the second game. Adamstown leading 8 points to 1-4. Ball is in again. I better turn off myself on the phone. Ball in now, this time Clonee win the ball. Marguerite looks on. Anya Shannon and Katrina Murray are having a brilliant. Anya Shannon down wins the dirty ball, comes out with it. Patrice O'Corman takes her 4 steps, gives a great solo. Is being fouled there, but she plays on. Aileen Gallery looks the ball, moves it inside to Sandra White. Sandra White gives the ball to Rachel. Rachel Law, it's a bit sloppy there at the moment. The referee plays advantage, and it's a free in to Adamstown.
I think if Adamstown can open up, Clonee's defence, if they can actually start to stretch them and start running through the lines, I think that they'll create opportunities. And in this instance, what you tried to do here, come out with a free. So Aileen Gilroy to take. Another good finish from Aileen Gilroy.
That's Aileen Gilroy's 5th point. And now she moves Adamstown into a 2-point lead. 9 points to 1-4. Ball out this time. Rachel Power again gets her hands on the ball. Chance for a score here. Gives it back, but she passes to the ground. Jasmine Chantel Martin on the loop. Chantel will look for to get a space on the left hand side. She will tackle there with Brilliant Doyle. Aileen Gilroy looks like she slipped, but she holds her feet well. Gives the ball across to Catty. It's very congested in around there. Catty cuts inside. Gives a great hand pass inside to Jasmine. If Jasmine turned the opposite way, she's got Rachel Power. Great tackle there by Clonee. And again, there's a high tackle there. That's a high tackle there from Sandra on young Amy Tobin. Again, Adamstown or Clonee are congesting that area around the D and making it very, very hard for Adamstown to break them down.
Yeah, absolutely. And as in, they've turned over probably 2 or 3 balls now, as in just from pure hard work and just crowding the area. Again, Adamstown won on the attack again. Again,
Adamstown cut this ball back. Ellen O'Brien cutting in again. She's been very, very busy, and this time she goes for the score, and this time her radar is on board. In fairness to Ellen, she's kicked 2 or 3 wides in the first half, but she gets to the score that her play has deserved so far, Liz.
Yeah, she's been instrumental for she's been instrumental for Adamstown, been involved in a lot, so she'll be delighted to get herself back on the scoreboard there now, and is in an important score for Adamstown. As in, Adamstown seem to have come to terms with Clonee's kick out and are squeezing it, so as in, good kick out from Caroline Murphy again, but again Adamstown are on it, just trying to turn it on. Unfortunate free there.
I have substitution there for Clonee. Number 24 has been introduced for number 13, so I think Sophie McCabe is out, so we'll have to find out who number 24 is if we can. Ball inside now, Katrina Murray with an acre space, but Anya Shannon shows great pace to stay with her. Katrina gets a hand to the ball. She uses her experience and uses her strength to hold off the ball. And I think that's a mistake from the referee. I think she wasn't on her knees. She's allowed Ben down to pick it up. I didn't think she was on her knees. I'm not sure she had a knee on the ground, Lizzie, did she?
No, I think that was a hard call. She doesn't look overly happy with the decision herself either.
Katie White gives a ball across the field here to Lynn Cowman. Lynn Cowman on this ball. She cuts back inside. She gives the ball to Patrice O'Corman, makes a hard run off the shoulder. She looks for Aileen Gilroy, but well tackled there by Anne Byrne, and she touched the ball on the ground that time. Patrice maybe should have went herself there looking for Aileen when she was being tackled.
Yeah, no, possibly should. I have to say Anne Byrne's work rate off the ball. She's been really impressive from this game. She's given a lot to Clonee, and her hard work there turned over that ball for Clonee, and now they're on the attack. And
this time it's a substitution. Apologies, we haven't got a name yet. Number 24. We'll bring that to you shortly. Works the ball. Katrina Murray works the ball out to Emma Tompkins again. Emma Tompkins takes on Ellen O'Brien. She's about 35 yards out. Plays the ball back to the substitution. Has been introduced. And she is done by Kevin. No, steps, is it? No, it's a free in. Ellen O'Brien is a judge to tackle the arm. So not an easy free now for anyone's standards. Katrina Murray will place the ball on the ground. We have 4.5 minutes gone. Time is flying by in this game. It's going so fast. Adamstown leading 10 points to 1-4. Katrina Murray with a chance here to bring it back to within 2 points. Katrina Murray looks to strike this through. It's an excellent strike, and that's a serious score. That's a serious a serious technique to have, probably from her playing a bit of soccer days as well, and her rugby style. Strikes the ball clean through, and a great accurate kick over the bar.
Yeah, a really important score for Clonee to just keep the scoreboard ticking. There's very little between these two sides, so a really good score from Katrina Murray.
Dangerous ball here now. Clonee obviously or Adamstown have a plan to kick that ball over the top to Aileen Gilroy. And Aileen Gilroy is on the attack here now. We have a brilliant chance for Adamstown. Can she take her score? Jasmine decides not to go for a point. Sandra White rings that back. A hard line rang by Cathy O'Brien. Tackled hard there again by the Clonee defence. You're going to have to be really, really accurate when you're attacking. You're driving at Clonee through the middle, and you've got players like Bradeen Doyle and Mary O'Neill that they'll relish that kind of ball.
They love it and like revel in it. They need to just shift it a little bit either side of the goal, as in if Adamstown are to create opportunities, need to get it just a little bit into the wider areas.
Ball in here now with Katrina Murray again. She looks to be held back. She gives a great ball inside to Amber. Amber is working her socks off for Clonee today. She takes on her player Grace Clonee. Grace Clonee looks. Amber has got inside. She gives the ball back across but Katie White intercepts the ball. This game is up and down the field, end to end. Katie White brings the ball out again. It's tackled there. Amber is there to tackle in there. The substitute number 24 is coming out. We have a player down here. Katie White is down, but the play will resume. Ellen O'Brien gives a great ball inside to Sandra White. Looks to get a hand and it just dribbles across. Amy Tobin drives through one tackle. She drives through two tackles. She looks like she's been held up. Referee gives advantage, but there's no advantage. And Clonee are looking to have their heart rate up here now and they're back into this game. But I think they've been fueled, Lizzie, by Adamstown turning over the ball in front of their own goal.
Yeah, no, absolutely. As in, Adamstown are making good opportunities, but losing it in important areas, and it's given Clonee the impetus to actually drive forward. And you don't have to give them that, because there's plenty of players around the field that will just thrive in that. If this game is whatever way it's going to go, it's going to be very, very important that whatever team actually takes it on in relation to the final third that utilises those wide areas. Both areas are starting to congest centrally now, so I think the team who maybe just steadies the ship a little bit, shows a little bit more composure now, and just steadies the ship. It's a little bit end to end, little bit over and back at the minute. So whoever can put their hands on the ball and just manage the game a little bit better.
And at the moment, that's Clonee. Margaret Doyle plays a 1-2 with Emma Tompkins from the free. Gives the ball into the hard-working Amborn. Back to Emma Tompkins. She cuts a great line through the middle. She looks like she's fouled by Ellen O'Brien, but she gets the advantage. And Emma Tompkins has kicked her 4th point and Clonee's 6th point to put a point in this game. 10 points to 1-6. And we have 7.5 minutes gone on this clock. I have to say, Lizzie, a terribly enjoyable and entertaining game. Free-flowing. No, plenty of hard tackles, but everything is good and fair.
Yeah, absolutely. Two teams just really wanting to win this game. So, as in, it's, I suppose, who puts their hand up now at this stage?
Mary O'Neill looks inside. She sees a dangerous ball. Anya Shannon with good hands, but Katrina Murray picks up the break. And Katrina turns and swivels and kicks the ball. A little bit of a let off there for Adamstown. That would have a chance for Katrina to bring the scores back to level. So again, Anne-Marie Dunphy. This is obviously a tactic of Adamstown's, Lizzie. They bring everyone up and have Aileen Gilroy long, and sometimes she looks for her. But this time Anne-Marie Dunphy goes to her left wing, and it's gone out. No, it's not. It's brought back inside there by Lorna Fortune. Lorna Fortune really busy in the second half. Gets the ball here now to Karen Tompkins. Karen Tompkins looks in and finds Sarah Doyle. Sarah Doyle into Emma Tompkins, a little danger woman for Clonee, and she's well blocked again. That's Patrice O'Gorman's 3rd block in this game. And she plays a 1-2 with Sarah SJ Flood. A great tackle there by Emma Tompkins again. Emma Tompkins with a brilliant tackle. Gives the ball out to Liz Everett. Liz Everett goes with the left and she kicks a great score for Clonee. And again, Clonee have been rewarded by Emma Tompkins' super tackling there.
Yep, it's her 3rd of the day, as in she's just literally taken it off the toe, and a really good finish from Liz Everett off her left, usually her trusted right boot, but well able to finish off the left as well. Yeah,
we've seen Liz over the years. Her and her twin sister Ali have been kicking scores for years for Clonee, and she's doing the business today. But we have a level game here, folks. 10 points to Adamstown, 1-7 to Clonee. We have 9 minutes gone on the clock. Ellen O'Brien with the ball this time, looking to get Adamstown back on. She is pulled back by Mary O'Neill, and that will definitely be a ticking for Mary. Ellen O'Brien gives the ball back to Katie White. Adamstown looking to get back into this game now. They're going to need their leaders to stand up. Clonee have really gone hard at them. Ellen surveys the options, goes back in. Emma Tompkins again. Emma Tompkins is Tackling, yeah, she's tackling is absolutely brilliant. But that time she's judged to have given away a foul. Ellen shouts for her sister. I say that's not the first time that's happened in her life. Cathy this time takes the ball, gives a well block down there again by Clonee. And this time the Clonee girl is adjudged being fouled. Back out to Karen Tompkins. Referee plays a good advantage. But that's a nasty looking incident. Again, brave from Patrice O'Gorman. We say put your face and your body on the line and you put your head where people wouldn't. But that's a fourth block of the game, but she's going to need a bit of attention.
Yeah, no, and she's been excellent, and she's prevented a number of opportunities for Clonee just by her pure bravery and her time. And that was a tough block now, and as in hopefully that she is okay out there.
Two substitutions at 19 times.
Two substitutions.
So that's Liz Everett is going off. It's strange after Liz just kicked a great score to left foot, but maybe the legs are starting to get a bit tired, and fresh blood in for Clonee. So number 19, Aoife Doyle, is it? Number 19, Aoife Doyle is after being introduced for Adamstown, and she has replaced. Is she coming on for? Is she a blood sub for Patrice? Is it? So she's just coming in as a blood sub for Patrice O'Gorman. So we've 11 and a half minutes gone. We have a stoppage here just for a ball to the face of Patrice O'Gorman. Katie White has been replaced here with what looks like a wrist injury, and Lizzie should be a big loss to Adamstown having to come off.
Yeah, big loss, Anthony, as in has slotted into the half-back line really, really well and has given them a real platform to attack. Her distribution is excellent, and as in has been involved in a number of the scores today in general. So yeah, a big loss to Adamstown. I think this game it's going to come down to who takes the opportunities. A couple of wides on each side now, so it'll be interesting to see if people can maybe either team can get maybe consecutive scores just to build a little bit of momentum. But we said it before, it's going to the wire, Anthony.
Yeah, it absolutely is, and we have number 19 has been introduced for Clonee as well. So that's two substitutions in for Clonee. We have a long stoppage here now. In fairness, it was the ball couldn't have struck her any firmer in the nose, and that will be there'll be two black eyes there in the morning. But I don't think Patrice will care if they can get to a county final. Have we got a potential date? Do we know for the county final at the moment, or?
Yeah, we think it's down for the 12th of September, Anthony. So a couple of weeks just for whoever comes through, just to prepare. So it'll be interesting to see. As in, I'm sure Shells are looking on eagerly to see who they'll face. But I think it's a great game. We've been really spoiled today with the exhibition of football that we've got. So hopefully it will continue for the next 20 minutes or so.
Absolutely. Patrice O'Gorman is back to her feet. Fairness to referee Kevin Kyogo. So Patrice is a tough woman. She just brushed that off, and on she goes again. Sarah Doyle here again, another youngster for Clonee. Gives the ball to Marguerite Doyle. Marguerite Doyle gives the ball to Katrina Murray. This is where Katrina Murray's dangerous. She jinks one way, she jinks the other way, and she kicks an absolute monster of a score for Clonee with her right foot. Lizzie, she had 2 or 3 players around her, but she used a little sidestep that we all know she has.
Yep, she just sold it, and then just a really good follow through, as in, one of the best finishers in the county. Of that there is no doubt.
That means Clonee now again going to the lead, so it seems to be a case of Clonee go a point ahead, Adamstown go 2 points up, and Clonee pegging back. And I wouldn't be calling any. I wouldn't like to have to call this now because it's just so close. It's all about really who's going to take their chances. Anne-Marie Dunphy with a kick out here now. She looks to go long out the field. SJ Flood is under it. If it'll carry, Clonee get a hand to SJ Flood, gets the ball here. She's got Ellen O'Brien off her shoulder. She decides she does use her. Ellen O'Brien is being chased there by Mary O'Neill and Emma Tompkins. Ellen O'Brien switched the ball across, and it's well in there by great tackle there by Clonee. They're putting their bodies on the line. Another dangerous ball in. This time the bounce just evades Katrina Murray, and Anya Shannon comes out with this one. Gives it out to SJ Flood down the right wing. SJ Flood has got Rachel Power down her wing if she gives it to her. She gives the ball to Rachel Power down this wing again. Rachel has been tackled there by Lorna Fortune. Lorna and Rachel having a right battle. Gives the ball into Katie White. Into Sandra White. Sandra White gives the ball across to Ellen O'Brien. Ellen O'Brien looks like she got a tug, and Ellen O'Brien has got her shooting boots in. And whatever game you're playing, Lizzie, that is a top quality score.
Yeah, brilliant play, broke the line, stepped across the player, and a good finish. Adamstown needed it, keep themselves back in the game. It's interesting, it's a couple of scores one end, and it seems to work then a couple of scores the other end.
I see the Wexford manager, Paul Carty, looking on, and he will be very, very impressed with the standard of this game and in the last game. We have a Adamstown player down with cramp, but Sandra White is tackling Claire O'Rourke. Amburn wins that ball. Amburn sees space over the top. She gives the ball, but Grace Clonee intercepts that ball. Grace looks down along the line. She's been tackled by Amburn again. We have a player down in the middle. I don't know if the referee has spotted it. Jasmine Martin is down. And maybe the referee is just going to blow it. Yeah, Jasmine has got an injury. The referee, there's 15 and a half minutes gone. It's probably in water break territory. Ellen O'Brien is holding onto the ball. 11 points to Adamstown, 1-8 to Clonee. We have Katrina Murray with a goal and 2 points. Emma Tompkins with 4 points. And Liz Everett with 2 points. For Adamstown, Ellen O'Brien has kicked 2 points. Sandra White has kicked 2. Cathy O'Brien has kicked 1. And Aileen Gilroy has kicked 5 points. So this game is nicely poised. Sorry, Chantal Martin kicked a point as well. This game is nicely poised. Jasmine Martin, is that a hamstring injury or is it a cramp, Lizzie? What does it look like?
It looks like a calf injury, maybe a cramp. Seems to be okay now. Seems to be getting back up onto her feet.
I thought your calf was at the lower of your leg. He seems to be looking at the top part of her leg. Man, yeah, we'll beg to differ. Ellen O'Brien has the ball back into Aileen Gilroy. Aileen Gilroy has just gone out of this game a little bit in the last 10 minutes, but here she is back on the play. Gives a great ball inside to Rachel Power. Rachel Power's been on a lot of ball. They're cutting through the middle every time, Liz, and there's a ball inside Aileen Gilroy. But it's a feature of Adamstown play that they're cutting the ball through the middle. And out come Clonee again, or they'll be buoyed by all these turnovers that they're making. Ball across here to the substitute. She plays the ball into Amburn. And one thing you have to say about Clonee is they will battle to the very, very end. They haven't been in finals and won titles over the years for nothing. Ball out to Margaret Doyle. Margaret Doyle cutting through the middle. Great tackle there by Ellen O'Brien. Margaret Doyle picks up the breaking ball, gives the ball out to Bradeen Doyle, her sister, otherwise known as Bridie. Bridie gives the ball out to Anne Byrne. Anne Byrne takes the ball out. The substitution, number 19, is cutting back into the side. Adamstown are putting serious pressure. Bradeen Doyle goes for a huge score, and that is a monster point. An absolute monster point by Bridie from cornerback, number 4 on her back.
An unbelievable score. She just literally joined the attack, and a superb finish from Bridie, and she'll be buoyed by that, driving on this Clonee team. A real legend of the club.
Player. Ball again out. I think the referee might have forgot about the water break. We have 17 and a half minutes gone. Ball with Ellen O'Brien. Clonee are in the lead, 1-9 to 11 points. We're going to be here for the next 10 or 15 minutes because this game is going right to the final whistle. Ball inside, and this time it's a free. It's a free to Sandra White. Aileen Gilroy on the ball again. Ball with Aileen Gilroy. She goes with outside the right, great strike of a ball, but probably will carry wide. Yeah, probably going to be a water break now if the referee stops the clock on 18 minutes and 12 seconds for the second half water break. Adamstown trailing 11 points to 1-9 to Clonee, and we have a nip and tuck game here, Lizzie. Adamstown go a couple of points up, Clonee go a couple of points up, and it's hard to call at the moment.
It's very hard to call, Anthony. My nerves are not the better of it, I can assure you of that. You know, as in, we talked about the 15 minutes. We talked about the 15 minutes being the you know, when the game is really in the melting pot. But again, there's nothing between these sides. I think, you know, in relation to Adamstown, if they can start utilising the channels either side of the goal, they're just trying to go so direct, centrally, and as in Clonee are just congesting that area and turning over ball, and with that, as we know, that gives a team a great lift. Okay, you're turning over ball, and then they're breaking, their counter-attacking play is causing big problems. I think if Adamstown can start using those wider areas, I think they'll start to get the scoreboard ticking again, which will be important for them. In relation to Clonee, you know, doing everything right, crowding the area and being clinical in front of goal. I think that's the big part of that. When they're getting their opportunities in the majority, they're taking them. I think the free count will be a little bit, or the free count, the wide count. Adamstown would have had more wides than Clonee, so being useful in front of goal when you have forwards that are as potent as the likes of Katrina Murray and Emma Tompkins. You know, as in, you've always got to be worried. Surprised to see Liz Everett come off. Thought she'd done really, really well. Clonee have a great squad of players over there, so it's all to play for now. Last 15 minutes, and I guess it'll be who wants it most at this stage.
Absolutely. We just have Adamstown down in front of us and Clonee to the far side, doing the running repairs. This referee is a bit lenient on maybe I'd say he needed a break himself, because he's over 2 minutes now into the water break, and we have it's usually only a minute play, but both teams are probably happy enough to get a break here, and I think the referee's happy enough to get a break because this game has been end to end. Adamstown looking to introduce a substitution now, Lizzie. Number 28 looks to be coming in. So manager Alan Cowman looking to inject a bit of life into Grady Citrus, with a big crowd joining us today for this match brought to you. So Leah Furlong is coming in, and Leah Furlong is only under 16, so this is a huge game for Leah to be coming into. I've been given a hall suitor here by Lizzie Kent. I think she's trying to give me a sign to keep me going for the last 10 or 15 minutes. Do we know actually what happens if this game ends a draw? Extra time. Has to finish today. We're just awaiting the ball to go back in. That's a very long water break for everyone there. We'll take it. So again, today's game is brought to you by Ferrycarrig Tree Care. We have referee Kevin Keogh is looking to restart matters. So this game is nicely poised now for the Ballyborough Wexford Ladies Senior Football semi-finals. Who wants to join Shelmaliers in the final? Who wants to take on Shelmaliers? Clonee coming away with the ball. It's back on now. The game is on. We've got 22 minutes gone on the clock, but there was about 4 minutes of a break there for the water break. So we still have plenty of time to go. So 23, Claire Stevenson is also on for Adamstown. So Adamstown looking to inject a bit of life into this game now, because they've just lost the grip of it over the last 10 or 15 minutes. But here come Clonee with their substitutions and introductions as well. We're not sure who's gone off. Katrina Murray doused for a pop at that. So Jasmine Martin has made way for Claire Stevenson and did kick out now with Amory Dunphy, long ball out. Won again by, apologies, we don't have the player's name, number 24. We didn't have the Clonee substitutions at hand, but she has won 4 or 5 breaks on the far side there, and it's looked to be a very, very good substitution by Clonee at the moment. Marguerite Doyle plays the ball out to her on the right hand side. Gives a hand pass in here to Sarah Doyle. Sarah Doyle's been a lot of the ball here. She looks inside, she sees Emma Tompkins. She takes on her player. Can she kick a score? She solos with the left again. She gives the ball back out to Emma. Emma jinks one way, goes left, takes a bounce. It's been well tackled there by Catty O'Brien, but probably Catty just left a hand in for too long, and Emma wins a free. Clonee leading 1-9 to 11 points. We have 23 and a half minutes gone, but we have at least 4 or 5 minutes injury time to come at the end, so there's plenty of time in this game yet. Katrina Murray now. Every score is vital now. I can say Katrina Murray's probably about 35, 37 yards out. Dead straight in front of the post. It might suit the style of kick she has. She kicks straight through on the top of the toe. Under the ball. She takes 3 or 4 steps back. She strikes through. It's a decent strike. It's coming away and it's straight over the bar. It's a great score from Katrina Murray. And Katrina Murray has put Clonee 2 points to the good with 6 minutes to go in normal time. Amory Dunphy's not wasting any time, but the kick out was kicked straight at number 24 again. She's played a really brilliant game since she's come on. Sarah Doyle on that far side again. Solos on the left, looks to recycle the ball back out to Emma Tompkins. Emma Tompkins using her cleverness. I was going to say experience, but she couldn't have that much experience if she's only 17 or 18. But she's been instrumental in this game for Clonee. Foul there at the time by Ellen O'Brien. Ellen O'Brien is getting a word from Kevin Keogh. We have Liz Dillon's phone ringing here in front of us. She needs to answer it. Great run here by Anne Byrne. Anne Byrne looks across. Katrina Burry is loose. She smells goal chance. She goes to left foot. Oh, she's blasted the ball wide. And Lizzie, that is a serious chance. Gone a begging there for Clonee.
Oh, it's a serious chance. She moved herself into position, just shifted a little sidestep to the left and just came across it with her left foot and just skewed right. Let off for Adamstown. Massive let off. Clonee are coming out on top at the minute. Adamstown are going to need to do something to shift the momentum.
Well, here we have a long ball here from Rachel Power again, down the line. Lorna Fortune seems to be first to win this ball, but the ball has gone through to Claire Stevenson. Ball is recycled back to Ellen O'Brien. Ellen O'Brien gets her head up, gives the ball across to Aoife Doyle. She doesn't need Aoife Doyle. She gives it across to Eshday Flood. Eshday Flood has space in front of her. She looks across, gives the ball to Aileen Gilroy. Aileen Gilroy looks to take on her player. She's been really well tackled there by Elaine McCabe in the second half. Elaine gets a hand across, gives her across to Ellen. That's definitely a free in. Definitely a free in. High ball in from Aileen Gilroy and it's punched wide. And again, Lizzie, just a little bit of lack of composure at the moment from Adamstown. A 25-yard free. There's 4 minutes plus, at least 4 or 5 minutes injury time. Here we have a kick out gone to Caroline Murphy's cut out, but Chantal Martin drops the ball. And she's definitely fouled. The referee tries to give it. It's a penalty. It's a penalty here to Adamstown. And the referee looks like he's going to book. This could be a huge turning point in the game, Lizzie. Sorry, I turned my head there. But now I'm turning around and there's a penalty to Adamstown, and Caroline Murphy looks like she might be getting a sin bin.
Yeah, I think last player back. I think she will be. I think she will be getting to the line. Great piece of play from Chantal. Yeah, yellow card for Caroline Murphy. At a very, I suppose, contentious time in the game, as in Chantal with the ball in her hand looks like she's going to take the penalty. This could be a turning point in the game, Anthony.
Did it come from a turned over kick out, was it?
Yes, Adamstown got on the ball and literally Clonee were out of position at the time and just turned over the ball from the kick out, and Chantal nearly got herself into a position where she actually got the goal, but Caroline really left with no opportunity other than to take her down, to be fair. So it was probably the right decision. So it'll be interesting to see what Chantal Martin does with this ball now, as in really important time in the game.
This is a huge moment. We've just had a huge turning point. We had Aileen Gilroy missed a close in free, and then it was an intercept kick out. So Chantal Martin, 4 or 5 steps back. Substitution gone in the goal is Chantal Martin drills the ball with the outside left foot, and Chantal Martin makes no mistake from 11 yards out, and she buries the ball into the left. We've got 27 and a half minutes gone in the clock, and I think that Sophie McCabe has gone in the goal for Clonee. And a huge moment now, Lizzie, as well as that penalty, is Caroline Murphy was instrumental with her kickouts, and now she's not in the goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Her kickouts have been top class all game, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here with Adamstown now, whether they can...
Again, an interception, and we spoke about how vital Caroline Murphy's kickouts were. And here Aileen Gilroy is coming on the ball. She has advantage. A big ball that can't... She kicks it to Chantal. Great save by Sophie McCabe there. The ball nearly deflected into the goal. And it's gone out for a 45. And we have great excitement here in front of us. Great excitement here in front of us at the moment. It's 1-11 to Adamstown. It's 1-10 to Clonee. We have a minute and a half of Norman time left. Aileen Gilroy will take her time. Again, the referee played a good advantage. Aileen Gilroy put a long ball in across the square, and in fairness to Sophie McCabe, she made a good save.
Yep, she did really, really well. Stepped into the goal there now and has really put her hand up, It'll be the last couple of minutes now, as in it's who's going to manage that game. Okay, who's going to manage that game, who's going to see it out.
Aileen Gilroy looks to manage this game by giving the ball back to SJ Flood. Give place a 1-2 now. Look at it. That's a poor tackle from Amy Tobin. And Amy Tobin could be in trouble here as well. If that was in men's football, it'd be the equivalent of a black card, I'd say. She's getting a talking to. Aileen Gilroy had a free only a minute or two ago from a similar position. I'd say she'll definitely go for a point this time. There's 1 point in this. This free is vital for Adamstown. We're about to move into injury time. 29 and a half minutes gone on the clock. Aileen takes 2 or 3 steps, a little jink. She kicks the ball straight over the black spot for Adamstown. And the Adamstown crowd are happy. That's Aileen Gilroy's 6th point today. 5 from frees and 1 from play. Injury time now, Lizzie, approaching. But we should have at least 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, there's nothing in this game. And Adamstown have turned over a kick out.
Again, the kick has been turned over. Aileen Gilroy wins that ball. And if anyone that Clonee don't want to give it to, but Aileen gives the possession away there. Claire O'Rourke's driving out. She's done first steps. And Adamstown got 4 or 5 bodies around her. Held her up. But again, what we spoke about is we're seeing a lack of composure from both sides at the moment.
Yes, absolutely. As in, just need to slow things down. Either side, well, Clonee obviously need to step up the ante, but once they're in possession, to stick to what they've been doing, what's been positive for them. But Adamstown, again, it's just ball over and back. Whichever team composes themselves now will come out on top in this game.
Aileen Gilroy with exact same place the last one, and she kicks that high. She kicks this one high just to give all the Adamstown faithful a bit of a fright. And we have a great atmosphere at this game, considering there's no supporters. We obviously have the substitutes in the stand, but this time, and she miskicks the ball again, and this has been a big turning point, and Sandra White has punished again and put the ball over the bar. And Lizzie, it's not an easy thing for young Sophie McCabe to do. She was brave enough to put her hand up, but again, like we said, when Caroline Murphy went out a goal, it wasn't just Caroline, it wasn't just a penalty, it was her kickouts were crucial for Clonee.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, in fairness, Sophie has put her hand up and gone in there and done well, but they've passed over the kicking duties now to Claire O'Rourke. A 50-50 ball that Clonee have now got onto.
Well, I wouldn't rule Clonee coming back in this game. We've got 31 minutes and 10 seconds gone on the clock. A great ball across there from Emma Tompkins to the far side of the field. And here comes the 16-year-old Aoife Doyle, mops up that ball around, but it's left behind her. A chance here for Clonee. Clonee after breaking through as the ball dropped there. Gives across. Adamstown with a huge amount of defenders back. Clonee to get up the field, and it's a turnover again. And it's that woman again, Aileen Gilroy, showing all her experience. When the chips are down, she's come back into this game at the last 5 minutes. And Ellen O'Brien has never stopped running this game. She's been on more ball, I say, than anyone else. Sandra White, as I say, and she's on this ball again. She's been instrumental in how Adamstown have played today. But there's a turnover coming there. But Clonee haven't got enough bodies up the field. Very, very tired legs. And that last play seems to have knocked the stuffing out of Clonee, that penalty. And a ball in from Aileen Gilroy into... Have to catch me breath here into Rachel Power. Rachel Power herring down the field. Back out to Sandra Wright. Sandra Wright gives the ball inside to Chantel Martin. Chance to wrap up this game for Chantel Martin. Another great save there from Sophie McCabe. I think a combination of Brady and Doyle and Sophie McCabe. A quick ball out there from Sophie McCabe out to Emma Tompkins. Emma Tompkins skips by Aileen Gilroy. It shows how an interception there by Cathy O'Brien, and Adamstown have got their tails up now. Chantel looks to step inside. She over carries the ball, and we're talking about composure. Hold on, take your solo, hold on to possession. But Adamstown, in the flash of a light, have built up a 4-point lead in about 3 or 4 minutes. It looked like they were under pressure coming into the end of it, and that penalty has just changed this whole game.
Yeah, they were under pressure, Anthony, and Clonee were really starting to get on top, but you know, nice piece of play, turned over, kick out, penalty coming, and obviously everything that's followed after that. But again, Clonee, I wouldn't write them off just yet.
No. Quick 1-2 there now. Mary O'Neill looking to show her experience. Gives a long ball in. And this is where Clonee need to win the ball. But the ball evades Katrina Murray again. And SJ Flood was sitting back there in front, which didn't allow Katrina Murray to attack the ball. And SJ Flood comes out with the ball. Aidan Shannon really well on that play. Good sidestep for SJ. She's got Rachel Power every time down this right wing. She's getting free. And this time she recycles the ball. And now it's all about composure for Adamstown. They'll probably wind down the clock. Their manager, Alan Cowman, is screaming in to hold on to possession. They're 4 points up. They are possibly a minute or two away from being in their first county final since 1991. Ellen O'Brien looks, give the play in. A great ball in there from Claire Stevenson. Claire Stevenson has come into this game. Cathy O'Brien looks to bring the ball to her favourite left foot. She kicks the ball across. A brilliant ball across to Chantel with her right foot. And Chantel kicks the ball wide from 10 yards. But it's as good as a score, says Lizzie Kemp beside me. It's probably as good as a score from a team that's 4 points up. 34 minutes gone on the clock. And as I said before, Adamstown are only moments away from being in their first county final in 29 years. But Clonee will keep battling, and Brideen and Marge Doyle will drive this team on to last. Brady is after giving a ball down the line, but S.J. Flood, showing her experience, gives the ball out to Katrina Murray. Katrina Murray will probably have to take this ball on her own. She's got no support. She takes it, she drops the head, she drops the shoulder. Bridie Doyle is after making a serious run down the field, but she's tackled well by the Adamstown captain, Patrice O'Gorman, who's going to face Shell Millers in the final in 2 weeks' time. Ellen O'Brien comes out with that ball again, and Ellen O'Brien wins a great free for Adamstown. And again, you could just see a brilliant ball into Katrina, but she was isolated. And in fairness to Bridie, she had made an 80 or 90 yard run to try to get up and support the play, but they're tired legs for Clonee at the moment.
Tired legs, but still going. And I think that support run from Bridie just epitomises everything about Clonee.
What a ball out from Anne-Marie Dunphy. Again to this girl here, Rachel Power. And you'd wonder who's been here marking her for this game, because she has been on this right wing and the far right wing into Emma White. And I tell you, Annie, there's been no quarter given between Amy Tobin and Emma White. And there's been no complaining. They've got on and battled, and well done. Or Sandra White. Sandra White, ball over the top then to Rachel Power. If Rachel Power had a GPS on her, she'd be clocking up the kilometres, I could tell you. Back out to Cathy O'Brien. Cathy O'Brien takes this thing out of the game. Kevin Keogh looks, he's watched it 35 minutes and 20 seconds. Aileen, there's a chance here to wrap this game up. And it's a block again from Clonee. Recycles the ball, and it's a goal for Adamstown. A goal for Leah. Leah Furlong has scored. And a goal, and in fairness to Adamstown, the substitutions have given a right injection there towards the end. But Clonee come again. Adamstown lead 2-14 to 1-13. If anyone is only tuning into this game to think Adamstown have won this game comfortably, but it's been far from that. They have scored 2-4 in the last 5 or 6 minutes. We've got 36 minutes gone on the clock. Referee is in the last couple of minutes of injury time. Anne Byrne kicks the ball into the substitution, number 9. Adamstown are moments away. They're going to be in their first county final in 29 years against Shelmaliers. Ball inside. Anne-Marie Dunphy collects the ball well. I'd say the referee is about to blow the ball any minute. Blow the whistle any minute. The excitement is getting to us all here. Chantel Martin looks to bring down the ball. We have tired bodies strung out all over the field, but Ellen O'Brien will keep on running. She gives the ball to her sister, Caddy. Caddy turns back out of trouble, recycles the ball to Aileen Gilroy. Aileen Gilroy probably needs to put on a pair of 6 stud. She's slipping there in the last few minutes. Gives the ball to SJ Flood. SJ Flood has sat back really well there since the Clonee goalkeeper's got the sin bin, and she's orchestrated this game. So here's SJ coming through with the ball again. Adamstown are just all over Clonee at the moment. Gives the ball to Ellen, full of running, with that sidestep front of the boot like she did in the Leinster final last year, and she delivers the final blow. I'd say that could be the final blow into Clonee's coffin. And now the sin bin, the referee is looking to bring the sin bin back on. So he's playing plenty of time. Aidan O'Brien is scratching the head here in front of me. He doesn't want this game to go on any longer. He's nervous like everybody else is. He's looking for the final whistle to go. They're they're a few seconds away from being in their first final in 29 years. We have Adamstown 2-15, Clonee 1-10. Adamstown have pulled away in this last few minutes. They have literally blown Clonee out of the water since that penalty, and it's been a huge turning point. Again, kick out one by Aileen Gilroy on the left wing. She stole us once, she stole us twice. She goes past Elaine McCabe, and in fairness to Elaine McCabe, she has had a thankless job trying to stick with Aileen Gilroy, and Aileen Gilroy kicks her 1, 2, 3, 4, her 7th point of the game to put Adamstown 2-16 to 1-10 up. Anne Byrne wins this kick out, but it's dropped again. And it's funny how a momentum change in the game, that everything drops for a team. And again, Aileen Gilroy has come into this game in the last 10 minutes. Chantel Martin sprays the ball. Aileen is full of confidence now, and she kicks a monster point, but no, it's gone wide to the right hand side. And worse than Liam Spratt, the crowd is shouting at me now. I got carried away. It's 22 points. 22 points to 13. 38 minutes gone on the clock. Caroline Murphy with a great kick out across the Mary O'Neill. Referee, in fairness, is given the full stoppage time. Clonee have tired bodies all over this field. Adamstown have pushed them to their limit, and the stuffing has been knocked out of Clonee the last few minutes. But Anne Byrne has absolutely put everything into this game, and she's worked really hard. Gives a long ball across the field. But a chance here for Clonee. If she carries the ball, she looks inside, she sees Katrina Murray. Katrina Murray will only have one thing on her mind. She goes through one-on-one. It looks like she's pushed to the ground, but it's good defending there at the moment. No free, says the referee. And the ball has gone wide, and the game is over. The game is over, and Adamstown have deservedly won this game. I'd say barely. The scoreline has flattered them. Adamstown 2-16. That's 22 points to Clonee's 1-10. Adamstown have won this game, Lizzie. I know, to your delight. But stay neutral with us for the next 5 or 10 minutes, because you have to feel sorry as well for Clonee. It's like that. It's like Clossabeg in the first game. Clonee absolutely gave everything in that game, and with only a couple of minutes to go, they were actually 2 points up, and they've been beaten by 9. What a finish.
Oh, it's hard. I'm lost for words, Anthony. I'm lost for words. I think look at as in the penalty decision and that as in it was a turning point. There was nothing Caroline Murphy could do. It was a superb finish by Chantel Martin from the spot after that, and then Adamstown again. You talk about that momentum shift, just consecutive scores, and just at that stage, as in Clonee just had no response to them, and I suppose it was just the shift in play. Clonee have put in an absolutely monster performance, but I don't think anyone will begrudge Adamstown a 29-year wait to get to a county final, and I think by God they'll enjoy it. And I'd like to say there wouldn't be a cow milked in Adamstown tonight, just to throw it out there, but I'm not sure what will happen.
Well, everyone will have to be home by 11:30 anyway, that's for sure. But just stay with us, folks, because we have a lot to do on this last few game, and we'll maybe get a few people to talk from either side just to analyse the game and go through it. But if you just look at the last couple of minutes, the score with 2 minutes to go. Now I know there was 9 minutes. There was a 4-minute water break, and there was a few stoppages. In fairness to Kevin Keogh, he refed it really, really well. Let the game flow. There was no problem between either team. There was no complaints about the referee. But in the last 9 minutes, Lizzie, Adamstown scored 1-8. In the previous 60 minutes, they scored 1-8. It was 1-10 to 1-8. Just coming to the end of the 60 minutes, and Adamstown's doubled their score in the last 10 minutes, and it just goes to show you how important momentum can be in a game and how important that penalty was.
The penalty was massive, and what it did was it gave that lift, that little bit of a pep that a team gets, and then you start winning ball and you start winning 50-50s, you start getting on to breaking ball. After that, Adamstown won a couple of the Clonee kickouts and put scores on the board, and again it's just amazing that little lift, that confidence that it gives. And again at that point, Adamstown up to that had been trying to run down blind alleyways really. Clonee had congested the whole area, but after that goal, things opened up a little bit. They started coming from wider areas and they started finishing their scores. And that was the key. That was the key to this game. As in, we said it earlier in play, whoever shows that clinicalness, that killer edge in the final third, Adamstown hadn't been. As in, Clonee had been much more to the fore. But Adamstown had been much more to the fore in the sense of being clinical in front of goal. But Adamstown turned it around in the last 5 or 6 minutes, as in a mammoth effort from both teams, as in, and Clonee will be bitterly disappointed but can be hugely proud of their performance.
Lizzie, what will this mean to Adamstown? They have, as we said already, they've been 29 years waiting. They've been knocking on the door, a couple of near misses, maybe a couple of shield wins over the last few years. They have been doing a Trojan amount. I can remember myself, they won a Fela, you'll tell me the year, a couple of years ago, and in fairness to Alan and Aidan, they threw in young blood in the last 10 minutes and it's paid off.
Yeah, actually, Leah would have been one of the players off that Fela team that you just mentioned. What will it mean to Adamstown? I suppose, Anthony, to be honest, it means everything to people back there. This is not just, I suppose, in the past year or two. This is... In 91, Adamstown won their last senior title. The club folded the following year in 1992, and we reformed in 1996. And I suppose since then, the aim has always been to get back to a senior final. And there's been Trojan work been done by people there over the years. As in, if I mentioned the club committee, and I know I'm obviously maybe throwing on my Adamstown hat a little bit now, but you know. Carmel Stevenson, Liz Dillon, Michelle O'Brien, Bridget Kent, you know, Ciara Stevenson down there. Huge work been done, as in behind the scenes. The work that Alan and the lads have done with this team over the last 3 years, the huge amount of work that's been done at underage in Adamstown. You know, I suppose it means everything, Anthony, and I suppose it's I'm just really glad that I was here to see it, and it's hard to put into words, but there's no crew that doesn't deserve to get to a final more.
So just obviously we'll bring a preview going forward, but what's in stake now? We all know what's in stake. Adamstown have a huge feat in their hands, and we'll speak to Adamstown backroom team coach in a minute, Aidan O'Brien, and we'll try to get a word with maybe a player or two. But how big of a task is this going to be going forward for Adamstown?
Yeah, listen, Shells and Adamstown played in the round robin part of this earlier in play, and it finished a draw. And to be honest, it was one of the best games of ladies football that I have seen in a long time. I think we're guaranteed an absolute belter of a game. two really well drilled, really committed sides that know each other very well. So I mean, I think we'll have another tight affair. We've had a feast of football here over today. So I think we'll have another day out that day. If you're asking me to call it, I can't just quite do that yet, or maybe I will just before we go.
Busy sitting on the fence as always. So we're gladly joined here by but I won't call you manager, Alan Cowman's manager, coach, just a helper, yeah. If Shane Roach is watching now, he'd wanted me to interview in your style, but I won't. I'll interview as a commentator. But Aidan, Lizzie's already alluded to the fact how important this means to Adamstown. I just highlighted the fact that Adamstown scored 1-8 in the last 10 minutes of that game. They had scored 1-8 previous to that. The whole momentum changed on the penalty, and you have to give credit to Clonee as well.
I thought Clonee were brilliant in the way they set up today. They obviously had the benefit of playing us in the league stages in our place. We had all the advantages that day, and they learned plenty from it. And they made it very difficult for us. I would say there, as we went into the water break in the second half, the momentum was probably more with them than it was with us. But you're right. I mean, look at we kept knocking away, and the penalty decision obviously did tilt things very much in our favour, and I suppose it broke Clonee's spirit a little bit. Having said that, I suppose in the first half we would feel that we probably could have had a better lead built up, missed some chances, but again Clonee had defended extremely well, so credit to them. Look at just, I suppose, the weight of history for the Adamstown girls, never having been in a final for quite a number of years. I'm not quite sure exactly how many, but semi-finals, as you know yourself, Anthony, are hard games to get over. There's so much at stake. So glad that they got through. Delighted for them, really. They're a good bunch of girls who have been in 3 semi-finals now in a row, so it's the first time that they've got to the final, and I think they deserve it. Clonee are a young team, and they're obviously going to be back at the top table very soon too.
Yeah, you can see obviously Clonee have been injected by the 2 young Tompkins girls, very industrious there, number 8 and 11. But ye had some unsung heroes there today as well. Obviously your own 2 daughters, industrious round the field, hard working. But if you looked at the old soldier, Sandra won a lot of ball in there in the forwards. Aileen done her job as well. But you injected youth in the last 10 or 15 minutes. You went for it, and they seemed to pay off because they brought that energy to your game.
Yeah, well, it's a hard game. I mean, it was such a full-on game. I mean, you'd be exhausted watching it, never mind trying to playing it. And I suppose we needed some fresh legs, and the girls to come in obviously helped greatly. And I just think, look, a little bit of quality that's there sort of expressed itself ultimately. And look, we may have ridden our luck a bit, and the penalty, as you mentioned earlier, was obviously critical. I mean, we had a number of goal-mouth incidents throughout the game, and Clonee defended them brilliantly every time. We were just, obviously on that occasion the break went our way, and managed to capitalise on it and go on from there. Yeah.
So lastly, I know you won't give too much away, but you have to face a certain team called Shelmaliers in the final. They're going for the 3 in a row. They had a really, really tough battle today, which they'll probably have learned a lot from as well. So it's a huge task for Adamstown going forward. Yeah,
but you look at, everybody knows that. I mean, Shelmaliers are they're the standard setters in ladies football in Wexford, and have been for quite a number of years. I mean, we're under no illusions in that regard. But sure, look, I suppose all we could do is we'd be disappointed if we hadn't got to the final this year. Haven't been in 3 semi-finals now in a row, and that was the critical thing, to get to that final. And look, we will approach it and give it our very best shot. Losing our goalkeeper Leanne there last week to an injury is obviously very disappointing for her. Our captain Roisin Dillon was out through an injury, and I don't know whether she'll be recovered in time either. Little things like that obviously don't help. But look, at being in the final, I suppose, was the goal today, and that much has at least been achieved. So we're pleased for that. And look, at the challenge ahead is obviously a huge one. I mean, at the beginning of the year, you sort of knew that if you do get to a final, you're pretty confident it's going to be Shelmaliers, and sure, look, there's no surprise there, All
right, Aidan, we'll look and enjoy the celebrations, and best luck in 2 weeks' time. All right, thanks a million. Come on, girls, come on in here, please. We're just gladly to be joined by Ellen O'Brien and Aileen Gilroy. Ellen and Aileen, just come around to me. Girls, we had, between the 2 matches today, we had over 500 people watching. I have to say, for ladies football in Wexford, the people will be delighted with the standard of the 2 games. We had a nip and tuck game earlier on, and in fairness to Clonee, they pushed you right to the very end. Talking to Aidan as your coach, disappointed with the missed chances in the first maybe 10 or 15 minutes, but the whole game swung. I allude to the fact that you scored 1-8 in the first 50 minutes of the game, and the last 10 minutes of the game you scored 1-8. So I'll just start with you, Ellen, and maybe how were you feeling after the first water break? What was the talk between everybody?
Well, I suppose after when we regrouped after the first 15 minutes, we knew that we were up for a battle. Clonee really gave it to us from the word go, but as well as you said, we missed chances. We knew that we were doing silly little things and we needed to fix them. So we just said for the next 15 minutes, go hell for leather. And Clonee obviously said the same, because it was tit for tat really for the first half and for most of the game really. They really put it up to us. So we knew what we were expecting. We knew that they were going to come at us. They had absolutely nothing to lose, and they really did. So it was a very, very tough match, I bet anyway.
Well, look, as Aidan alluded, you've beaten in 3 semi-finals in a row. Aileen, you were there for last year's semi-final loss. Aileen, I think you kicked 10 points today. Aileen, you must be happy with your performance. In fairness to Elaine McCabe, she had a tough job. They put her man-marking job on you. She's got great fitness and she put you under pressure there for a long time. So Clonee had their matchups well done and they put you under serious pressure. But look, at the end of the day, you came out on top.
Yeah, absolutely. She made a great job of me. I couldn't get anywhere. She was in my face. Fair dues to her. I didn't even realise I scored 10 points, but most of them were for frees, and that was definitely the work from the girls up front. They were doing massive work up there, coming up, showing for the ball, but it was them putting the pressure on us up there that we were getting the frees, and I suppose they were unlucky to get the sin bin at the end. I suppose that was the turning point in our game. Definitely right up to that point it was tit for tat. We didn't know what way it was going. If there was a bet, we don't know what way it was going to go. You'd be probably putting your money on them there towards the end, so the sin bin definitely did help us. But yeah, we knew well that it was going to be a different team. We played them earlier on in the year and we won well, and we knew that they were going to come at us. They had their homework done, as he says, so fair play to them. They should be definitely proud of themselves, and they're definitely a growing team for the coming year.
Yeah, Ellen, what's the meaning to the club? Obviously, Adamstown have a huge history going back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and Lizzie alluded to the fact that they folded in 91 and 92 and were reborn in 96, and a lot of underage work. A fail a couple of years ago, and in fairness, some of them girls came through today, and you could see the value that they brought.
Yeah, no, we have a great group of girls coming up, underage, under 12, 14, 16, 18, and you saw when Leah Furlong came on there, she's under 16 and she got a goal. And Rachel Power, there's our panel is just full of young girls, and just to be in a county final after all these years is great.
Congratulations, Aileen. Just for yourself, you've immersed yourself into Adamstown. Obviously, you've had a semi-final heartbreak last year. You've added something to the team and to the club. How are you enjoying your time in Adamstown? And can you maybe just give us a little bit? People might be interested to let us know how you're getting on in North Melbourne, and when will you be going back?
Yeah, I suppose this is my second year with Adamstown. I suppose last year we were unlucky to lose the semi-final as well. But from as soon as I walked in, the girls are so welcoming, they were so friendly. And I suppose even when you go to training, they're learning about me and I'm learning about them. And I suppose last year was probably a growing thing for our relationships, because I didn't know any of the girls, but I knew that there was always a real good team there, and I knew coming back this year that there's something special about this team, that we just need to push on and get the fitness up and drive at it. So they've been so good. As I said them before the match, I was just they're like family down here to me, like sisters. If I want to go for a kick or anything, text them and they're straight there. So they're just a really hard working group of girls and love them.
Last word for Alan has been with us there for 3 years, and obviously your dad as well, and it's great to see Alan's obviously played at a high level there with Clonbarntown all his life as well, and it's great to see him sticking around, and he obviously has an affiliation there as well.
Yeah, no, Alan's passion is...
It's better than anybody.
Oh God, it's outrageous, and to do for him, even to get to the county final is just great, and please God, we'll just work hard for the next 2 weeks and see how it goes. But yeah, no, it's great, and sure, everyone's delighted now.
So Ellen, you're usually a good one for the celebrations. I know times are tough at the moment, so will Alan and Aidan allow you a few social distance drinks tonight?
We'll have to wait and see now. We'll have to wait and see. I'll be asking you for a bit of advice on house parties and all that now.
No, certainly. Well, Carlos, look, at the best of luck. You have a huge task ahead of you in 2 weeks. We all know Shelmaliers are going for the 3 in a row, but today is your